The white man today will tell you that thousands of years ago, the black man in Africa was living in Palestine. The black man in Africa was wearing clothes.
As we race for a new day, give praise and acknowledge. The sun rays lift my black skin, turn solidly, absorbing the natural energy. Like the cocoa and yam crop flourish abundantly, like it was meant to be. Eating jelly plum until my gums are numb. But my brothers are still young, guess I should pick them some. I gotta share but a shine without a bruise or blemish. Who would've known we would encounter a fate so hellish? Our strength is unprecedented from here to Kemet. Driven by righteous incentives, we innovative and inventive. My father does metalwork, fire, mold, metal, goldsmith. Warrior tribe, we'll survive if we stay close-knit. We lived our lives through good vibes until the wicked man that lied arrived. Offering bribes, waving guns and knives. They came from an ignorant nation, lacking pigmentation. Do you remember conversation of this confrontation?
The man in Africa had mastered the arts and the sciences. He knew the course of the stars in the universe before the man up in Europe knew that the earth wasn't flat. Then if the black man in Africa had reached such a high state of civilization so long ago, at a time when the people of Europe were crawling on their own shores.
Well, I must take me dead for nothing. Slave ship packed to the back, man in the fam stack, raving and fussing. Rave ran cussing out of when there's something in my last part, my regiment, the map way is disgusting. Right now, I would love a man moving in this space. I'm losing my mind, I need space. Vomiting, it's stress up in the place, it was sickness. Gotta beg you reach, make haste. While we lie down, some cries die down. I do anything to see my village with my eyes now. Good grief for them mama shriek. It's like it's a bad something we ain't ready to see. Ain't nothing this deep since Moses led the Israelites out Egypt into the Great Red Sea. I'm saying, deep down these are the works of a sinister gender. Wicked splendor, do you remember?
To make these people or enable these people to come out of the cage and come down into our civilization and take it over and hitch us to the plow. What happened? How did they do it? These are the things you should want to find out before you say hooray, hooray, hooray. Is that right or wrong?
I'm sitting on a branch of my mango tree, sucking a Julie, saw a ship and tucking my jewelry. They moored the boat off the shore, it kinda moved me. This is the Mississippi River, not a slave movie. People looking like me, chain, ankle, and wrist. Paleo lift hit my bros and sis with whips. Not knowing better, thought I can't let this slide. Suddenly something that flew started burning my eyes. Kicks to my ribs, burning my sides. Plus no one knows that I'm gone. Birds sing a sorrowful song. Soon I'm shackled with them and the horror goes on. Walking for miles, winter weather burning my corns. Destination unknown, many died, those kept alive became property of the enemy tribes. Should I take my life? I couldn't decide. From master to a prisoner at the blink of an eye. Why?
How could so few white people rule so many black people? This is the thing you should want to know.
In the spirit of a prophet in Islam, we study the ancient manuscripts, Morish, Quran. Everything we do is halal, some haram. No, it sounds like the hook, but this is the song. When I see a brother, I greet him with salam. Want the whole truth about Hitler and Saddam. Devastated what you did in Vietnam. Out of this savannah, so they had to use bombs. It's been a few years, I read my Proverbs and Psalms. When I see my sisters, I tell them sit calm. It's your destiny, you hold it in your palm. Mr. Popularity never cared about the prom. One of life's great mysteries, young phenom. I am that I am, that's word to my mom. Moved out the rough edges, eliminate the arms. Know what you're pledging, no Uncle Tom. Coming for our territory, taking back Guam. With that old time good spell, I wave my magic wand. Now I'm impressed, the vibration sound is on. It's on.
Don't give it away. Yo, Mars don't give it away. Every time that I accelerate, they copy. I'm the master. Take my mother's and the father's great gift to the state. Great the masterpiece for masters trying to masterpiece. This time I'm like a masterpiece. This law gon' give me the bread. Yo, Moors don't give it away. They play your life but try to take you. Can you count how many times I'll try and break you? Try to guide a great clue. Struggle size HU. Mind of my own with a great truth. I sip a little great goose while swerving on the state troops while plotting my escape of they rules, they schools, they jewels. They couldn't ain't help my shine like chemicals. I'm at the top of my class on the pedestal. I throw that latitude, that's HB number 2. And keep my name out your mouth unless it's about to spread my youth. Quarter come up with the money that you run up when this chrome game turn up in my young guards aim and shoot with your lame excuse. No, I never dad. This a full force sound system, level that. Yo, you only talking fiat where your levels at. This is God body, show me where the devil at. I'll let you read what this life about. We the lawmakers, architects, and still they doubt. We keep it factual with math and science practical. They love to hate the natural. Pain with the gain, no clout. A little fame couldn't stray, I remain on route. I move mountains, earthquakes on speakers. Something off the counting these occurrences, they speechless. For the world, I'm the teacher. I'm sure like the beaches, keeping everything du jour. I'm the one with the features that they envy. We the reason that they seek us to take us out every season. So, Moors don't give it away. Moors don't give it away. Every time that I accelerate the copy, I'm the master tape. Our mothers and the fathers great give me the state. Create the masterpiece, the masses trying to masterpiece. This time I'm like the masterpiece. This law gon' get me the bread. Moors don't give it away. Moors don't give it away. Why am I in this?
Good. Good. Goddess outstanding, keeps order, she du jour. I thought Orisha Omega deity, she a Moor. Amongst the elite, but relate to the poor. She command the fleet first to step on the shore. Snooze never sleep, won't hear me snore.
Hey yo, play me once, you'll never snake me twice. Break this smoke, you never save my life. Never rolling with that piece, so respect my life. Respect my life, yo. Moors don't give it away. Moors don't give it away. Every time that I accelerate the copy, I'm the master tape. Our mothers and the fathers great give me the state. Create the masterpiece, the masses trying to masterpiece. This time I'm like the masterpiece. This law gon' get me the bread. Moors don't give it away. Moors don't give it away. Respect my life, 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 never. Hello. ¿Cómo está? Hey. You know the PM studio, man. 799 Premier Road. Yeah, know what it is. Hello. Buenas noches. Why did I go to the end of the song for real?
Northgate. H2O flow. Sheik, Canaanland, Morish. When these fall. Shalon Davis. Salute. Hot house. Check it. They say they wanna learn, they only debate. Referencing the truth, trust me, they only sound the grace. Study nationality before you question my estate. I'm not a minority, why you so late? Majority rules, here comes the test. Fact, that's my hand in the form of a V on the chest. That's a womb that is blessed like a moon and a crest. Major forever, infinite mindset. Major from birth, that's a seed in process. I'm a Moor, that is easy to digest. Competent, never tyrannilious. That is my land, never vacant. Secret traditions, petitions for what you're not Jamaican. Westmoreland to Portmore, everybody needs more. If you please more, following the apostle, we should be more. I see the unseen more, we more. That's a fact. Canaanland.
They say they want to learn, complain classes are too long. Don't want it on a phone call, energy too strong. Get it from the wrong source, now they way off course. Think they must be Muslim and give up on all sports. Should give up the red meat, must give up on all porks. Won't be yelling harder when the bottles are uncorked. Eating with the spoon, use forks for tuning. Eating humble pie, no ego ballooning. Samson 2 caterpillars, got him cocooning as the full moon hung, spiral energy moving.
Gate, H2O flow, Sheik, Canaanland, Moorish, Release Fall, Shalon Davis, salute, hot house, check it. They say they wanna learn, they only debate, referencing the truth, trust me, they only sound the grace. Study nationality before you question my estate. I'm not a minority, why you so late? Majority rules, here comes the test. Fact, that's my hand in the form of a seed on the chest. That's a womb that is blessed like a moon and a crest. Major forever, infinite mindset. Major from birth, that's a seed in process. I'm a Moor, that is easy to digest. Competent, never terrenilious. That is my land, never faking. Sacred traditions, petitions for what you're not Jamaican. Westmoreland to Portmore, everybody needs more. If you please more, following the apostles, we should read more. I see the unseen more, we more. That's a fact. Canaanland.
They say they wanna learn, complain classes are too long. Don't want it on a phone call, energy too strong. Get it from the wrong source, now they way off course. Think they must be Muslim and give up on all sports. Should give up the red meat, must give up on all porks. Won't be yelling haram when the bottles are uncorked. Eating with the spoon, use forks for tuning. Eating humble pie, no ego ballooning. Samson 2 caterpillars, got him cocooning. As the full moon hung, spiral energy moving. Up through the crown chakra, energy shooting. And told me upload classes before live YouTubing. 16,000 subscribers, 20% consuming. 80% troll pretending to be tuned in. Comment on every video, pushing the thumbs down. We'll push the link when we live just like a clown. Pouring in the incompetence, always debating. Dissing Drew Ali, but won't give their location. His image on the black banner, that's placation. Just get him out of here, Yusuf yells in frustration. We know they're playing games, we're not berating. Calling 911, scimitars penetrating. In defense of prophets and mothers abused. And newly awakened Moors, amused and confused.
This is all 9 lives, synchronized in perfect step, time after time, averting certain death before you leave. Must relieve karmic debt, which beget this war within us. RC-Tech best, dust off records, our forebearers left. Put the needle to the groove, return to their mindset. Download begins, rewind cassette. Time is death, so then kill your clocks. This the will of Allah, filling you all to the rim and then some till it spills and it falls over all facets of the masses. Transactions composed in maxims, revising your cannons. Drove past heaven, it was littered with abandoned mansions where adverse possessed like 5 or 6. Gave them back their addresses. I got family moving in. Forget the madness, let the reversion begin.
True Ali the mastermind, other leaders asinine. Never dropping facts, use emotions to pass the time. Never make it on my shrine. Kundalini up the spine, halo glow to aftershine. Make you see the sign of times. Beeline to bloodline, Aquarian age flood mines. Rhyme like a plumb line. Sometimes it's bud time, rock mid-range deadly, all around the foul line. Playback, I'm front line, Morish is my guideline. Step and cause a fault line, throw your service offline. Watch them get outshine, cross me like a state line, get cut like a brake line. FU and your concubine, strangle with a fishing line. When I help is genuine, always from the heart, all chakras are intertwined. Self you must redefine, more from the civil line, not the clandestine. Stake a vamp at chest line, sun stay stationary, shadow left behind. Say you don't want to, not that you have no sign. See good in everything and how you must train the mind. Give out some love and find peace sublime. Water and the key lime keeps the body alkaline. Law should remain divine, not too much maritime. Get all 13 journals of the Morish paradigm. Israelites from Sarah line, my path is the narrow line. Thought you had the upper hand, I saw it like a tarot line.
I'm painting with the
Big P in game 6. Unity about as crucial as game 6 of the finals. I'm glowing like I won a title, but Ellen Beta noble titles. Don't worship humans, that's a false idol. Heavenly vibes coming from my recital. Middle fingers to connivers and instigators. The truth to revive it like the liberators. So this a pump to the chest. Utilize what's useful and throw away the rest. My vegan ways have put the beef to rest. My calling got directed like receptionist. So think mother every time you see a crest. The Moors is here to put that bullshit to rest. So think mother every time you see a crest. The Moors is here to bring that bullshit to rest.
When I step in the center, they can tell I'm a winner, live my life right. Thank God, I'm not a sinner, live my life like I'm passing through time. Disastrous crimes, you killing up my people, I'm asking your path is why. You feeling the energy rise, because we open our eyes. We see the open skies and all them cop picking lies. That's how I battle enemies, I be using my energy. I move like the centipede, in the mirror see enemy. Pay attention to tendencies, trying to mess up the chemistry. We can be one big family. I do it for the nation. How many gon' stand with me? I got the prophet up front and you're mad at me. Can't love a man that look like you when it's sad to see. I'm just acting like the children watching and it has to be. Nationality got me feeling like a dad to be. Crash sheet provide the beat and I just had to bring the heat. Khalifa society, Canaanland Moors, Morish connection, rise of the Moors.
This is what it feels like. 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 People running up to me that I don't know. Are you a prince? They ask, tell them I'm from Morocco. Look me up and down with a smile, not a frown. Turn their brain to water, watch the lower self drown. Wanna touch my antennas and steal my energy. Eyes bulge, telling them I'm always King Edward V. When it comes to facts with Moors, they get beggarly. They ask Morocco where? The farthest northwesterly. With every question asked, I respond cleverly. All dependents won't explain expertly. Going in their wallets, pull out pictures with feathers, breaking down the ring, then the mason confesses. He's at 33 degrees, now the combo stretches like yoga into esoteric metaphysic lessons. When my people aren't like me, he impresses. When we take Morish science to the highways and hedges. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like.
They tried to get you to think again. That's the prophet. I'm upright, don't need a friend. And you can't stop this. I'ma write with my pen. Violate me and I'ma sentence again. Remain cautious, cause often they sin again. That's in the police out, just the silence men. When they bust through your door, you won't breathe again. Nationality will show you how to live again.
This is what it feels like. 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 People running up to me that I don't know. Are you a prince? They ask, tell them I'm from Morocco. Look me up and down with a smile, not a frown. Turn their brain to water, watch the lower self drown. Wanna touch my antennas and steal my energy. Eyes bulge, telling them I'm always King Edward V. When it comes to facts with Moors, they get beggarly. They ask Morocco where? The farthest northwesterly. With every question asked, I respond cleverly. All dependents won't explain expertly. Going in their wallets, pull out pictures with feathers, breaking down the ring, then the mason confesses. He's at 33 degrees, now the combo stretches like yoga into esoteric metaphysic lessons. When my people aren't like me, he impresses. When we take Morish science to the highways and hedges. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like.
This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like.
They tried to get you to think again. That's the prophet. I'm upright, don't need a friend, and you can't stop this.
This is what it feels like. 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 People running up to me that I don't know. Are you a prince? They ask, tell them I'm from Morocco. Look me up and down with a smile, not a frown. Turn their brain to water, watch the lower self drown. Wanna touch my antennas and steal my energy. Eyes bulge, telling them I'm always King Edward V. When it comes to facts, with most they get beggarly. They ask Morocco where? The farthest northwesterly. With every question asked, I respond cleverly. All dependents won't explain expertly. Going in their wallets, pull out pictures with feathers, breaking down the ring, then the mason confesses. He's at 33 degrees, now the convo stretches like yoga into esoteric metaphysic lessons. When my people aren't like me, he impresses. When we take Morish science to the highways and hedges. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like.
They tried to get you to think again. That's the prophet. I'm upright, don't need a friend, and you can't stop this. I'ma write with my pen. Violate me and I'ma sentence again. Remain cautious, cause often it's in again. That's in the police out, just the silence men. When they bust through your door, you won't breathe again. Nationality will show you how to live again. It can change the predicament you're living in. You can heal the whole world without medicine. Only truth can make you a better man. Why lie? Cause you got paid to murder men. Then you try to lock them up when they riot in. That's okay, cause for freedom I'm diving in. With no knowledge you come back to die again. Resurrect me not, cause I'd rather be one with Allah.
This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like.
A man is his heart. What is a man? A man is his heart. A lying, cheating heart means a lying, cheating man. A loving, merciful heart means a loving, merciful man. A living heart means a living man. A dead heart means a dead man. Regardless to man's title, regardless to man's wealth, rank, or position, if the heart is not great, then he cannot be great. But if the heart is great, that man remains great under all circumstances, rich or poor, large or small. So does the heart that makes one large or small. What is a man? A man is his heart. A lying, cheating heart means a lying, cheating man. A loving, merciful heart means a loving, merciful man. A living heart means a living man. A dead heart means a dead man. Regardless to man's title, regardless to man's wealth, rank, or position, if the heart is not great, then he cannot be great. But if the heart is great, that man remains great under all circumstances, rich or poor, large or small. So does the heart that makes one large or small. What is a man? A man is his heart. A lying, cheating heart means a lying, cheating man. A loving, merciful heart means a loving, merciful man. A living heart means a living man. A dead heart means a dead man. Regardless to man's title, regardless to man's wealth, rank, or position, if the heart is not great, then he cannot be great. But if the heart is great, that man remains great under all circumstances, rich or poor, large or small. So it is the heart that makes one large or small. What is
We are not South Sudanese. We are Sudanese. We are the real Sudanese. We are the reason why this country is named Sudan. Because if you know the name Sudan, I think you know a lot. So we are the Sudanese. This country is named after us, and we have to take that name first. Instead of allowing it to the people that it doesn't belong to them. Those people are Arab. They are not Sudanese. We are the Sudanese. And we have to take that name back. Suppose our country to be named Sudan instead of South Sudan. They have to take the name not Sudan because they don't belong. They don't suit the names. So we're just wrong place. They're in the wrong place, and we're in the wrong place. We need our place back. We need to take back the land. We need to take back our names. We are not South Sudanese. We are Sudanese. We are the real Sudanese. We are the reason why this country is named Sudan. Because if you know the name Sudan, I think you know a lot. So we are the Sudanese. This country is named after us, and we have to take that name first. Instead of allowing it to the people that it doesn't belong to them. Those people are Arab. They are not Sudanese. We are the Sudanese. And we have to take that name back. Suppose our country to be named Sudan instead of South Sudan. They have to take the name not Sudan because they don't belong. They don't suit the names. So we're just wrong place. They're in the wrong place, and we're in the wrong place. We need our place back. We need to take back the land. We need to take back our names. We are not South Sudanese.
Okay, when you hear black, no one is black, but the term black is the general term that we as black people use to discuss all of us as one people. But black is a color-coded term. It is a legal term which is put in the United States documents, all of the law books, which references a dead individual. It references property. It references a system that can put you inside of a law where if you get pulled over by the police, where you're going through court systems and all these legal issues, you can be put into a modern form of slavery. Modern form of slavery. Modern form of slavery. Okay, there's a high science dealing with the term black, but the original term is Moor, but the original term is Moor, but the original term is Morish, or even prior is Asiatic. Asiatic. The planet's name was Asia.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Then why do you use the word? Why call yourselves black? I mean, you people are more brown than black.
Why do you call yourselves white? You people are more pink than white.
That's the main curse. You can't taste it, you can't touch it, you can't smell it. Our people been tricked so hard that they really think that when they identify as this, as it's empowering. According to any dictionary you pick up, it means everything but beautiful. Think about it. When somebody gets stolen on, they got a black eye. When somebody not getting paid right, they call it black wages. When NFL coaches get fired, what do they call that day? They call it Black Monday. When somebody can't get a job because their name got thrown in the mud, what do they call it? Blackball. When somebody got some dirt on you, then you got to do what they tell you to do or they're going to expose you. What do they call it? Blackmail. I love my people. I'm sick and tired of seeing our people just holding on to this spell. It's a wicked, evil, diabolical spell that our people just think like it's such a beautiful thing. The color black is beautiful when you wear black, but there's a deeper meaning to the word black. When you apply black to living, sentient beings, it's not a positive. It's not an identifier of a nation or nationality. Everybody else in the world, they don't go by crayon colors. Watch this.
Okay, when you hear black, no one is black, but the term black is the general term that we as black people use to discuss all of us as one people. But black is a color-coded term. It is a legal term which is put in the United States documents, all of the law books, which references a dead individual. It references property. It references a system that can put you inside of a law where if you get pulled over by the police, where you're going through court systems and all these legal issues, you can be put into a modern form of slavery. Okay, there's a high science dealing with the term black, but the original term is Moor,
Islam honors to all the Moors, honors, supreme honors to all the Moors worldwide. Honors to all the Moors in the chat. Honors to all the matriarchs. Happy Morish American History Month once again, day 5. And we got Q&A Wednesday. So you can send all your questions if you got them. Canaanlandguide@gmail.com. Email any questions and we'll get there. Honors to Noble Drew Ali. Honors to our prophet, Noble Drew Ali. Clearly all these people know what's up. Right? If he knows, then all these people have to know what's up. Why aren't they all acting according to what they know? If you know, inhale, exhale to stay alive, don't hold your breath. Why are you holding your breath? And then why are they telling other people hold their breath? And then why are other people listening to them and holding their breath? Oh, it must be on the people then. So since we realize that this is not rocket science, everybody could figure this out, then there must be something up with our people. Something must be wrong specifically with them. If they can't figure this out, they claim they got all these issues and all these problems, and nobody has those. Everybody else has real issues. All these people know who we are and know the truth, and they're refusing to tell. Which, you know, they have their right to be a traitor. They have that right. If that's what they want to be, then hey, do your thing. Do what you will. But for where we're at, we're going to be with Drew Ali. We'll go with Drew Ali. All these other leader whoever's, they're not even worth the time. They're really not worth the time. Because they all know what's up and are refusing to tell. Not that they don't know, so they're not telling. They're refusing to tell. Why are they refusing to tell the truth? What is so wrong with telling the truth? And it's not like they don't know the truth. They know the truth. They know the truth and they're not telling. Let's see these questions. Islam Moor honors to Noble Drew Ali.
Canaanland and to you. I was curious, once I proclaimed my nationality, how would I change my passport from my strawman name to my national proclaimed name? Or will I have to get a new passport in my national name? First is, if you didn't create it, it's not yours. If you didn't create it, it's not yours. Now, if you claim something that's not yours, there's going to be a reaction from whoever's stuff that is that you're making a claim on. When you get into, I've proclaimed my nationality, now I'm gonna, that means that you're not ready for whatever you're gonna do. Whatever you're thinking about doing, if it's not happening as you proclaim your nationality, then you don't know what you're doing yet. You should probably take some more time to be doing some more civic study. Because it's easy to get trapped when you really don't know. So okay, so put a time on it. When we say that you've been studying, we're talking about you have at least 2 years to 3 years of just studying. Forget doing stuff. Forget applying anything that you're studying. We're talking about just you and whatever information it is. And you're looking at it the same as if you went to a school and they say you got to get this degree, then you got to take these classes and it's going to be this time frame. Same way you look at this when you're just getting into it. When you're just getting into it, this is supposed to be at least 3 years of just studying. Now, some people say, well, I got issues right now. I can't wait 2 years to proclaim my nationality. That's a wrong perspective. And it's all because you haven't put in the 3 years. So you're all over the place. You're chicken with your head cut off. Just running, bumping into stuff. You don't even know what you're doing. So it's not a diss or a negative. We're just saying, if you know you haven't been studying for 3 years, right? We're not talking about, you have life going on and you read for an hour, so that means you study. We're not talking about that. Because just in the question, being able to realize the mindset, right? Like and talking about their stuff. That's 2 years ago. 2 years ago, somebody went to a tribunal and the judge asked the Moor, do you live at whatever location, address, domicile that they had, right? Whatever and their response was that they live in their body. They don't live at that that place that they had written down. And then the judge threw out the case that they had against the Moor. Because they didn't say that they were at that place. They have absolutely nothing to do with that place. So they have nothing to do with this. Get them out of here. They didn't make the claim that something is theirs. And so my license, my passport, my bank card, my social, my whatever else that they're gonna paycheck, my whatever. As soon as you say my, and it's not yours. As soon as you say my and it's not yours, now you're agreeing. You're agreeing to everything that comes with whatever that thing is that you're saying is mine. Now, included in the 3 years, you should be involved with the Moorish Divine National Movement, Moorish Science Temple of America, Moorish Holy Temple of Science, something that Noble Drew Ali presented. You got to be involved with something and studying that too. Because that's also going to play with all these things that, you know, it seems like there's this, you know, all this stuff going on. That's why you're all over the place going here trying to figure this stuff out. Right? But there was a program before that laid the groundwork. So Noble Drew Ali said, all old business, leave it as it is. And all new business, do it in your free national name. All old business, leave it as it is. So all the stuff that you say, my, guarantee you that those things aren't new business. Those things are things that's been going on ever since whenever. So at that point, when you say, oh, I'm going to proclaim my nationality, now you're talking about new business. Now you're talking about, you know, applying the Moorish. Remember, this is after the 3 years of study. After the 3 years of study, then you get to that point where you say, yes, I'm going to proclaim my nationality. Now we're talking about starting applying this. But remember, all old business stays as it is. So what we learned in the 3 year study, because, you know, we deal with application. We're telling you about what we did, not assuming or anything like that. But what we learned was all these things that are considered old business are contracts. And in order to protect yourself, when contracting, you reserve your rights. And you're only reserving your rights because now you're of the mindset of knowing what rights are. Whereas before you didn't know what the hell a right was, you didn't know rights existed. So knowing that these rights exist, now you're going to start, once you proclaim their nationality, now you're going to start reserving your rights on anything that says sign here. So all those my stuff that you were saying, all those things, now you're looking at them as those are contracts. So anytime they say sign, I'm going to reserve my rights with these contracts now. right? And then you realize now that, oh, so the passport, you don't have to go change any name on it, really, because that's old business. The license, you don't got to go change name on it, really, because all these instruments you don't got to go change the name on it. But now, don't think that you can't, or there isn't a way to do that with those people. There's a way to do that. But again, even if your free national name is on it, it's still not yours. You're still not going to say my, because you have LB on the license. Now you're going to say my license. It's still not yours. Because the picture on that license might expire. But if you're still there, then obviously that's not you. Because you don't expire until you transition. And that card right there says a date that you can't use this after this date. So even if that's your free national name on it, that's still not you or yours. So, going and correcting or changing documents and all that stuff, there's ways to do everything. Remember, nothing's new under the sun. Everything's been done. There's more with passports, U.S. passports, Canada passports that have free national name on it. And it's not some big deal. You didn't do something because you thought, you did something if you started school. You start teaching these children this information, then you did something. You did something because you helped grandma with her bags yesterday. Because it was snowing and icy. You don't know where she's going, but you already know grandma. But you changed your name on some document, or you went to court, they dismissed it, or whatever. You think you did something? That's the illusionary. The illusionary do something. That's not to do something. To do something is, oh, you got a farm, stuff's growing on the ground, or you built that. That's doing something. You changed some name on some document, you didn't do anything. That ain't nothing. Morris Ben did that. There's nothing. That's nothing. It's small fries. So remember, all that stuff, those instruments, that's not you. And it's old business. So it stays as it is. And then when they say renew, now you start reserving your rights. And then anything else that they're presenting to you that you have to sign, you always reserve your rights. And any new business, you're doing it in your free national name. Because you're not going to mix and match. These two things are going to be running in parallel. That's over there. That has its own lane. You have nothing to do with that. You were born into that. So you deal with that as is. Moving forward, once you know who you are, your LB and all that stuff, then you're anything new, you're using that. I know people are gonna feel funny, because I want the license with the LB on it and all that. Again, going back to the thing, you think you did something. That ain't nothing. It's not even your instrument. Instead of that, how about go assist some Moors doing good, help them do more good? How about do that? Because once you start getting into the Maya and all that, and that's not yours, it's not Morish, then you better not be saying Maya with all that. Don't do it. But the key is those three years. Those years of studying this, not being bothered, not being bugged, not going out there trying to get off a murder charge because you just found out of Moorish nationality and all that. You're gonna go to court and try this to see, right? There's work to do before you start talking about proclaim your nationality. There's work to do. It's not some paper thing. You just put that on a paper or you have that on a card. That means you did it. You just show this and that means it's over. No. That's not real. That's illusion. And you want to be real with this. You want to be real. Yeah, I know it's hard. We know it's hard. But this is how it goes when you're not in it from inception. Right? And we all went through that. We finding out about this because we're doing some research and we find out about stuff that nobody told. And then when you know, then you start realizing all these other people know around you and they weren't saying anything when they knew. Right? They knew and said nothing. You know? But well, don't be deterred. Just think about all the other ones before you and what they had to go through, exercising their rights. What would you say to the people filing paperwork, i.e. UCCs, 1099s, WBNs, etc., for freedom from government tyranny? I would say go on YouTube, look up Dangers of the UCC by Todd Street Bay, and go watch that and take some notes. When they talk about 1099s, they're talking about what Noble Drew Ali did. So if you hear them talking UCCs and 1099s and all this stuff, and they're not talking about Noble Drew Ali, that's some BS. Because all these people, from the conscious whoever's to the freedom from government tyranny whoever's, from the black whoever, from all of them took some of Noble Drew Ali stuff and then not tell the truth about Drew Ali and all that, but be using his stuff. Right? We're doing about 1099s and all that. That's religious corporation paperwork. Noble Drew Ali was telling these Moors about with her revised statute and all that. Setting up your own society, which, you gotta do jack because he did everything for you already. All you gotta do is proclaim your nationality and start helping in the uplifting acts. You gotta go over there, do your own stuff. You're doing your own stuff over there, making up stuff and all that. Why are you doing all that? Oh yeah, they can't do anything because when they went to the temple, they realized these people sold out. And they're playing games with what Noble Drew Ali brought. But they're in the seats of power. They have the control. You know, they got the joystick, but you want to play. You're not getting the joystick. We got it now. We're playing. You know, and all those people, all those UCC whoever people, right? They should be able to present to you in their life how it worked. Like, how did this work? Don't tell me about, you know, you have some class 750 and all that stuff. That's how I gotta find out if this works and all that. You know, find 5 UCC whoever's that can show you that this worked. And then if it worked, why are they asking you for finance? If they're pushing UCC 1 and claim straw and all that, in order to get out of the tyranny of the government because they're a corporation and they're doing this and they're doing that. If they're pushing all that and they've gone through this process, right? If they've gone through this process and they have to ask you to pay for something, these people are robbers. They have an exemption account, 50 million or whatever. Why are they asking you for finance? Didn't they just say they did the UCC 1 and they claimed the straw? And then they sent the SIN, they wrote the SIN number down backwards and all that stuff, and then they put the stamp, and then they signed at a 45-degree angle across the stamp and gold letters and all that stuff in order to make it a bond so they could cash out the. So what are they asking you for finance for? Just a question to consider. Why are they asking you for finance? If they went through this thing that's gonna open up some vault for them to have everything that they want, because the credit system and secured party and all that. You're asking me for finance? Sounds like robbery to me. It sounds like robbery to me. Right? If a man says, I love cars, he's gonna pull up with his stuff, whatever like that, pop the hood and then show you all the stuff and point and pull out, and you're not gonna go with the fact that he's master mechanic because he said so. He went live and said, "Oh yeah, I'm a master mechanic," and then you're running over there giving him $5,000 to fix your car. That's how it goes, really. Once you get into that realm, this what the FBI call paper terrorists, and they try to throw Moors in there with our paperwork and say that's it. No, the paper terrorist people are the UCC whoever's and all of them. Those are the ones who they're talking about when they say that. If you go research now, it'll have Morish paperwork in there and have you thinking that, you know, oh, it's Moors they're talking about. No, they're not. No, they're not. They can't talk to Moors. They exist in name only. They can't. They exist in name only. Oh yeah, if they're telling you to go fill out some IRS papers and all that stuff, People are setting you up. What are you going to hire us for? Who are they? They're nobody. If UDOTS doesn't exist, then neither do them. How's you? That's the Inquisition Revenue Service. That's them. This is internal nothing. They exist in name only. Everything is a front. Man, people are the only one getting played. People are the only ones getting played. Why is RV Bay publications talked about in a negative way? But when you check the people who are speaking from that perspective, no, first of all, you would have had to have gone through the website, first of all. Right? Even if not extensively, you should have went through some tabs, read to the bottom of some of the pages, clicked some links, did some secondary research. And once you do that, we have the saying of prove it wrong. Right? So once you try to prove it wrong and you can't, now you have to question, well, why are these people saying it in a negative way? Like, why are they even talking negative about a website? Like, I went through the website. There's nothing on there that's, evil or wicked or, what I mean? Oh my God, I can't believe that they said this. There's nothing like that on there. So what else would it be other than, people jealous of the fame and nobility? And the only way they can get it is to beat up on good people. Because I don't need any Moors who study from that site that can say anything's wrong with it. Like zero. Only people who have issue are haters. And why are they hating on information? I don't know. I don't get why they would see something wrong. We're not talking about people's little personal issues that they got, and we're talking about what's being presented by this site. We're not talking about people's lives. We're talking about there's information being presented. When you check the information, what's wrong with it? What's the issue? Or you have no issue? You're just making up stuff? You're just a hater. You're just a hater. That's all. And you just look at them like that from now on. Because if they're going to talk crazy about, imagine what they're saying about you. If they're talking crazy about RVBA publications, imagine what they're saying about you. What negative stuff are they saying that you're doing? If they're hating on RVBA publications, where you go to study from and all that, you think they're good with you? If they're talking I love you to you, but they talk BS about RVBA publications, please. As soon as they go over there, As soon as they go over there. Oh yeah, Morrison, if you got questions in the chat, just put them in all caps. I see your question. When they try to tell you can't reserve your rights, what's the way to go about it? Well, most of the places, most of the wherever you're dealing with, they have management. Talk to them, and once it goes to management, it's not an issue. And we know more as who it's gone to management. Like for example, when I first found out that it was real, I did it at the bank. All rights reserved. Gave the paper to the teller. Teller went, took whatever it was, and then came back. Like, did you write all rights reserved on this? Yeah. Okay, just she put me on the side and dealt with the other people. Right. No, I think there was like a couple or something like that. She already knew what they wanted, so she was just gonna deal with them. Then she called and said, "You do that too?" Like, do what too? Reserve your rights when you sign things. Like, yeah, this is the first time doing it. Like, yeah. I got rights, so I got to reserve them. Yeah, I do too. I do this too. And then she started telling me about this modern European dealing with the free man on the land. This is at the bank teller lady. And she's telling me, yeah, you got to check this guy out. Because I don't know where you live. If you don't know about him, I don't know how you know about reserve your rights. But this guy talks about that too. This is where I learned it from. So so what had happened was that now, because it was done at the bank, now I can just take this, and anywhere I go, anybody has an issue, yeah, the bank did it. You can't tell me jack. If the bank did it, then you can't tell me jack. You're taking this all rights reserved. Give me my whatever it is that you gotta give me. But more who I know that had issues with, the teller or whatever, not accepting the all rights reserved, they just took it to management. And management dealt with it. If you're financing with the corporation, you'd still use your entity name, just doing the free national name, entity name, signed to all rights reserved. Yeah, so on the wherever they say sign here, you're writing all rights reserved, and whatever the contract, whatever quote unquote person, individual name is on the contract, that's who's signing. What's the name on there? Straw? because they're going to use whatever supporting documents to back up the straw that they're contracting. So if you're putting free national name on something that's a straw, when they go check whatever records that they have from stuff before that you already signed with them, they're going to say, nah, this doesn't match. And so if you're using the straw, then it's the straw. If you're using the free national name, then it's that. And then all you're doing is you're adding the all rights reserved in to everything that you sign now. Just because if you know what your nationality is, then you have rights. And, you know, we're just out here existing. You know, people might not think that you have rights because of how you look, or you have a certain shirt on, or you have a certain skin tone or something like that. And they're thinking, oh, he doesn't have no rights. Take advantage of this guy here. Sign this. All rights reserved. Sure, no problem. Here you go. Bet you don't want a contract with you after. And then that's supposed to let you know that, oh, so they were doing criminal stuff. Because why wouldn't you want me to reserve my rights? Why would you reserve your rights? You give them the paper and then they're looking at you. Well, you can't do that. We don't accept that. Why not? Why don't you accept this is the question. Not that they're not accepting it. The question is, hold on a second, why are you not accepting it? Why would you know I have rights and not want me to reserve them? What are you planning on doing to me if I sign this paper? You must be planning to do something. So it's real interesting that you don't want me to reserve my rights. Matter of fact, you know, I don't think I want a contract with you anymore. I'm gonna go over here and contract with these people over here because I don't like how I don't like that you don't want me to reserve my rights. I don't like that. And then you just don't give them your damn patronage. F them people. They're violating you. When does Kavit emptor apply? Anytime. Now in the let's find it here. So it would apply anytime that there's some type of transaction going on, right? Because if this thing falls to shit, then it's the buyer who is the response or the irresponsible individual, because the buyer should have, you know, fact checked everything before they went and bought some stuff, right? Or paid. So if they're telling you, you know, some paperwork, 500, and then you pay, and then you apply the paperwork, and then it doesn't work, that's not, you can't be mad at them for selling you something that doesn't work. You're the one that's in error because you didn't do your due diligence. If you did your due diligence, they wouldn't have went in your account and took 80 grand. You know, you didn't fact check these people. And then that's also a sign, with them, the seller or the presenter wanting to do things fast. There's all these little signs that they're going to give away. So the translation is buyer beware, but it doesn't just apply to, buying, selling, right? As I said, any type of transaction where it's give and take. Whoever's taken, better check your stuff. Right? The guy says, "Oh yeah, could you just hold this bag?" Then they're holding the bag, and then people tackle you and all that stuff and tell you that you're the kingpin of the whatever. That's what you get for taking the bag. You didn't fact check. You did not fact check. You have to fact check people, especially now. I saw some post with some man who said he's going to the bar, and no, he got arrested because he went to the bar and he was putting Viagra in women's drinks to make sure they weren't a man. Buyer beware. Buyer beware. Just make sure, fact check. You really have to fact check it. In these times, you have to fact check. Don't take it for just what it is. Don't do it. The trap mufti is killing them. That's funny. I think that Morish American 777 is Cliff. He has that soft voice and gentle hand gestures type of typing. Yeah, that's when it really, that's what it really looks like. I think so. Has to be Cliff. Oh yeah, he figured out he's gonna leave now. Got him. He's gone. He on the run now. I figured his ass out. Do you think the master teacher Taj was targeted? I think he was targeted by his own. Taking advantage of his kindness. Because he'll do anything once it's about the Morish movement. He's down. He doesn't care who it is. But you want to talk about war? No problem. And people saw that and just took advantage of it. I say he's targeted by his own because U.S. they ain't do no Fred Hampton or El Hajj to him or nothing like that. So obviously he wasn't targeted by them, but his own, yeah, I would say he was targeted a bit. The ones right next to him and ones who are outside, or around the corner or wherever they were at. Mm-hmm. And people are gonna, man, you can't say that there's mean, we don't know. But, you know, based on what we're seeing, you could come to a conclusion that something's up. You could say something's up. But it's not like, you know, it's not something's up like, you know, it's crazy. You know, definitely the health part, you know, plays a part in it, and that's on him for, you know, just being so open-hearted and not telling people, no, fuck you, I'm not doing that shit, you know, or not, don't, I'm not taking no pictures with you, because I know what you're gonna try to do, use my face and all that stuff, you know. That's not his character. That's that February 14th stuff, you know. So it is what it is, you know. It is what it is. But target from those people calling us or whatever, nah, they ain't touching this, man. No way. There's no need to. You know, there's no need to. Not no threat to them. He's only saying what's been known. And some secret stuff. You know, ain't no secret. What would be the proper way Moors would get married? Let's do it this way. Let's ask the Prophet. Let's ask the Prophet this one. See if he has an answer. See if he has an answer. No, Prophet sends marriage law to all temples. Oh, this is how it's supposed to be done, I guess. So you can't say it. That's not how it's supposed to be. All marriage ceremonies of members of the Moor Science Temple of America must be performed by an ordained minister and the head of the temple. And any man desiring to take unto himself a wife and receive our Moorish rights, he must go to City Hall and receive his license to be registered in that city, county, and state. It then must be turned over into the hands of the aforesaid ordained minister and head of a temple after it has been properly signed by city officials. The price thereby for such administering to man and wife will be $5. For all those who have their papers and desire our Moorish marriage ceremony, it is $3. We Moors cannot marry no one, but we obligate you according to our divine laws and covenants and the laws of the land. This must be proclaimed and made known to every temple, so that there is no misunderstanding. There will be no misunderstanding about I, the Prophet, and my teachings, because Allah alone binds two hearts together as unit. These are the marriage obligations and instructions for man and wife. Chapter 22 from our Quran is to be read first to the husband, and chapter 21 is to be read secondly to the wife. These are the instructions of marriage from our Holy Quran. Please obey the law as given to you by your Prophet through your governor, Prophet Noble Drew Ali. So again, The two things run in parallel. You have the old business, doing things, going to get the ordained minister or whatever like that. If you're going to do that, you have to have a grand sheet there, though. That's the difference. That's really different than doing what it is that, you know, they would say do marry. Because, you know, you want your representative there. That's why you're going to have a divine minister there and ordained minister. Divine minister is yours and ordained minister. That's if you're going to do the marry, whatever. Now, if you're going to do obligate, then that's on our side of the nation. This is a separate thing. Because only Allah could bind the hearts, because you don't need to do no ceremony. But if you want to do something, then, you know, we're going to read these chapters, and, you know, there you go. You're binded. If you want to play the, you know, if you don't think Allah is enough to bind you and you need to do some ceremony, then fine. We have the Morish ceremony for you. And then if you're not really on the Morish, but you want to do the marriage, you know, because grandma says you're married and all that stuff, she wants to go to the wedding, she doesn't want to go to the obligation ceremony, fine, no problem. Go get your ordained minister and you do your whatever it is that day, you know, and don't forget, you got the reservation of the rights and all that. So when you sign, you're reserving the rights and all that. Because you already know the marriage license is stuff that's going to mess with you forever. Right? It's an adhesion contract. And what you're doing is binding yourself to some jurisdiction that, what they have to, are they Allah? What they have to do with you and your wife or your husband? What they have to do with that? Well, why are they in the middle of your stuff? Why you with your mate in the bed and the corporate state's in there with you? Just snuggle up in between both of you, like, oh yeah, this is cozy. Right. So remember, we can't marry anybody, but we could obligate. But even though we do this ceremony and you get this paper after saying that you've done this, Allah is the one who binds two hearts. Allah does that. Allah does that. Some paper, not some paper. Just like your mom is where you got your nationality. Your mom, and not the card. Not you went to RV Bay and then that's how you became a Moor. No. Joel is the man. He fixed everything. All we had to do was follow what he presented. That's all we had to do. How do Moors view Black History Month? Is that part of their history? Please explain. When you look at Black History Month, there's Black means pale. So you're really talking about some European History Month, right? Modern, on top of that, modern European History Month. There's the Black means death, like we were watching earlier. The Black is everything negative, History Month. And then what they're going to be talking about, all this negative stuff, slavery and, oh my God, this is what they did to our people. We got to know that the slave master and the white man and all that stuff, all that victimization, whatever, that's the Black History Month. But it's not part of Moorish history. like that. If we're talking about history, this is a 12-month thing. This is not some 1 month thing. Nobody else is doing their history in 1 month. No one else is doing their history in 1 month. The only people who are doing their history in 1 month are these blackies. Just them. Because remember, all these people who are doing their month now, who are now they have a month too. They've been doing their stuff year round before they had the month. Stop the BS. They just start knowing who they are like we did yesterday. They've been knowing themselves. Been knowing themselves. And they've been exercising their culture, being their ancient foremothers and forefathers. That's why their days are long on the earth plane. Right? And we're talking about, oh man, I wish I made it to 30. I'll probably be dead by 20. Don't hear people talk like that. Because they honor not their foremothers and forefathers. So their life's cut short. And people think it's a joke. That, all this stuff going on that we're complaining about is for the exact reason. Not knowing who we are, not knowing the truth about anything. They say dunce like a bat. Dunce. Black history is a fiction. There was Negro history before that. And no, you're not Negro, black, or colored. So what are they trying? Oh, they're dangling the carrot. See who bites. Anybody? Any takers? No? No, we don't need that. We have our own stuff. We already know who it is we are. There's no doubt in our mind. We've studied, and many of us beyond the 3 years. And there's no budging. You can try, you could troll, you could do whatever it is that you want to do. You're wasting your own time. Because we're very clear. We're very clear. We've studied this to know it and applied it to know it. And the choice is on the people. How much more saviors you need to come? How much more? You still need somebody to tell you what's up. You got issues. Who are the top temples you recommend Moor should visit? The top temples, I think, are the ones on the side of your head. In between that's the temple you need to be focused on right now. That temple. Focus there. Don't worry about these buildings like that. The only way that you're going to support the outside building temple is when you support self's temple. Right? Self's temple is going to lead to the external temple. Right? Just like say God is within. You have to be God to know God. Well, it's the same thing with the temple. Once you have the self temple in order, then the outside temple is going to present itself to you. And the outside temple is there. Whatever they're doing in there is a whole different thing. Which is again why you're going through this awakening in this information. You're going through this awakening, and in going through the awakening, you will be able to know what it is based on the energy. Because we give you a list of temples today, and next week we'll probably scratch 5 of them off because of some BS that we heard from somebody. Oh my God, I can't believe they did that. They did that to me. Like those Moors? Nah. Those Moors did that? Right. So focus on the self temple. And once the self temple is aligned, then the external temple is going to present itself. It will. Now, if we use, South America, I don't know any temples there as far as the external temples. Right, that you're gonna go there. Canaanland, I know that there's us. I know that for sure. As far as there's a place to go to, because there's also the aspect of the abstract, the temple that is just a body of Moors who they get along great together. And there's no issues. They just don't have a building to go to. They might go to somebody's house, or they might have some type of group chat. They go live on that and talk to each other. They might once a month meet up somewhere. So don't be limited in the temple aspect to just this place with the building thing. As integral and important as that is to everything. Because when you check all the literature, that's all Drew Ali's talking about is the temples. But when Drew Ali's around, and then now when no Drew Ali around, be wary of these people calling themselves temples. Because majority of them sold you out. And they're parading around as if they're legit, or they're the one, or they're the 5, or they're the whatever. Get yourself straight. Because the temple can't do anything with you if you're a dummy. You're useless to the temple if you don't even have yourself right. You have to be right for the temple to be right. And then some people, they even see the temple as the place to go to get right. They're so messed up. Many Moors said, yeah, we went to temple just I need some energy this week. They get their energy for the week because they went to the temple. Or like the elder in Mecca, who, I make my meetings. You had Walker and all that stuff. He was at his temple. Nothing stopping him from going to his temple meeting with his walker. And he's the first one at the meeting too. You know. But yeah, most definitely you want it to resonate with you. You know. Our body of Moors is the Moor Avengers. Our body of Moors. You know, the Moors who have been putting in work, so we know the truth about who we are. And they put in work because they were called to do that missionary work that they've done. You know, they were called to do the work. And because of the work that they put in is why we know what we know. We know about Drew Ali because, again, they tried to bury him. They tried to get him out of circulation, literally by burying him. And we weren't supposed to know about this info. We weren't supposed to know. We were supposed to be like all the other ones out there, deaf, dumb, and blind, calling themselves all the other BS. Remember where we were? You know, when we thought we were all this other BS? You know, and then we research all the BS and realize, hold on a second, this is some BS. I'm going to call myself Negro still. Negro improvement, what? What do you mean advancement of colored people and all this? What is this? What do you mean black Asiatic? Not black people. Definitely if you're near Canaanland. Check temple number 5, 2530 Eglinton Ave West. Yeah, Keelan Eglinton, not Mississauga. Don't go to Mississauga. Let's check this chat. Yep, Joali covered all the bases. Prophet is the man. What would be clues that Moors are gaining back their vast estate? The biggest one right now is with the in name only president and prime ministers and all them with the tariff wars right now. And then the Moors showing that the tariff comes from the Moors. So the tariff comes from the Moors, and these people are going around doing tariff this, tariff that, tariff. Every damn day hearing about tariff. What do you think? What do you think they're telling you? I think they're telling you the Moors got their stuff back. Problem is that the Moors want to be Negro black colored and not be Moors. And then they're going to debate Moors that they're not Moors. And, you know, then the BS continues until these Moors wake the hell up. No. But they don't want to wake up. They love sleep. That's why I draw you to Moors, you sleep too much. What did you do when you saw that all the leaders knew we were Moors but continue the black name? You just can't do jack. Just gotta stay away from them people. You only gotta deal with the ones who are open-minded, because you know if you're in the black mind, you're a black hole. Stuff goes in, but nothing comes out. You know, you don't want to be that. So, the average people, they're not included. We're talking about, the leadership and whatever. And all of them know that we're Moors. I know all of them know that we're Moors. And the best thing I could do is keep my distance from these people, because I already see what they did to Khalid and El Haj and what they did to all the leaders. I already know what they did. I know what they did. And that's just what it is. They're showing their hand. And what is it going to be? Are you going to keep playing the game after you see his hand? You're going to say, hey, we got a new game. I saw your hand. Can't keep playing this game and I know what you're going to play. Some BS. Is more than just a nationality. Just look at all the people who claim Buddhists. All the people who claim Buddhists. They have a nationality before they're Buddhists. They have a nationality before they're Buddhists. All those people who are nationals, when we engage with other nationals, right? We're not talking about other stateless people. When we engage with other nationals, the nationality conversation brings up subject matter relative to the nationality. If we talk to Hindu, they're going to pull out their holy book. They're going to have their holy book that they pull out. And then go to different pages and quote stuff to you and all that. That's more than nationality. Nationality is the character. Nationality is the living being exercising by principles, universal laws. They have some type of master teacher that they look at and give honor to and revere and hold to high esteem. So it's so much more that it can't even be comprehended. It can't. You have to experience it. You're not going to get it by you read 500 books. You're going to get it by being it. And the biggest thing that our people need to do is be themselves. We've done a lot of being other things instead of ourselves. And it's a great time right now. It's a great time to at least get yourself tapped in. Because we talk about the boat has left the dock. Well, that doesn't mean you still can't make it. That doesn't mean you missed it. It just left the dock. Doesn't mean you missed it. Yep, Moor is a bloodline. Yeah, Moor is marsh. More a boat. More as in not less. And so it's way more than a nationality. It's way more than a nationality. Supreme honors to all the Moors. Don't forget khalifamedia.com. Don't forget Morishness.com. Don't forget, do your best to study. Do your best to study. Do your best to research. Do your best. It's Wednesday, 7:30. RV Bay Publications. Just go check and see what's going on. There's a lot going on. There's a lot. You know, it's a great time. A great time. Does your nationality determine your religion, or does religion determine your nationality? The religion has to be exercised. You know, the book has to be read. The pen has to be used. So these things are great by themselves, but without the national exercising it, the stuff is just sitting there. You know, without the nationals, the Grand Sheik and all them people are useless. Without the nationals. You know, so when Joali said nationality is the order of the day, it's probably at the top of the list. It's probably the thing that must be considered. It must be considered. And you know, again, as we study and we learn, you know, that nothing's wrong with religion once you know what it is. Once you know what religion is not a problem. You know. So religion could lead you to the nationality. It could lead you there. But the foundation is the nationality. Yeah. The religion is useless if there isn't the nationals to exercise those rights. RITES. Supreme honors to our divine prophet, Noble Drew Ali. Honors to all Moors worldwide. Supreme honors to Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Honors to all the Moors in the chat. Honors to the Moors for sending their questions, whether it's their own or questions they know people have. Honors to all the matriarchs. Islam to all Moors. Islam, Islam, Islam.